a chiropractor, I meet people that are struggling with low back pain every day, and I've noticed a troubling misconception regarding core strength and low back pain, and that is that some people think that they can train away their pain. And by that I mean they think that a strong core or maybe strengthening their low back is the key to getting rid of their low back pain. And sadly, that's not always the case. So today we're going to be talking about some misconceptions regarding core strength and low back pain. I'm going to give you a few examples of what not to do at all costs, and then I'm going to leave you with some safe ways to strengthen your core that will save your back. So stick around. Okay, so some misconceptions regarding core strength and low back pain. And first of all, disclaimer, if you're a professional bodybuilder or you have a goal to be a pristine example of the human physique, grain of salted from here. Misconception number one, strong core, working out my abs, sit-ups, this is going to help with my low back pain. And sadly, that's not always the case. That's false. I'm going to show you why here in a second with a model that I have. But just take my word on it right now. Myth number two, maybe if training my core and my abs isn't the magic bullet for this low back pain, maybe if I just train my low back, maybe if I make my erectors back here really strong, then it's going to be the key to unlocking that low back pain. And again, guys, sadly false. It's not that cut and dry, and I wish it was, but it's not, and I'm about to show you why. So let's move on to a visual analogy, and we'll give you some examples of. So I've got my visual analogy here. Here's our skeleton. This little strap here is going to be our abs. This in the back is going to be those low back muscles, the erector spinae. We're going to talk about two common forms of back pain, or two common causes of back pain. We're going to talk about a disc injury, this little red bulge here, or facet pain, these joints that line the back of the spine there. Let's say the cause of your back pain is a disc injury. You've got a little bit of a disc bulge, and you say, I'm going to fight this thing. I'm going to do 100 sit-ups every day to get my core nice and strong. Let's say you're doing 100 sit-ups. Every time you go to sit up, you bend this low back forward, you curl up forward, you encourage this bulge to actually grow. You're putting more pressure on the back of your spine there. It's going to get bigger. Also, if you're tightening these muscles here, that's forming a compressive load on your spine. It's going to make the disc bulge worse. It's going to make it hurt more. So that's a classic example of one thing you think you're doing something good for yourself, you're actually hurting yourself. So let's take the facet joint pain. If you have one of these joints here, these facets in your back that's actually causing your low back pain, and you decide, I'm going to get the strongest low back of anyone I know. I'm going to be doing the some back extension exercises, maybe some rows, some deadlifts, getting these erectors nice and strong. The stronger you make these guys, you're going to exaggerate that arch in your low back. The more you exaggerate that arch, the worse this facet pain is going to be. And you're actually, every time you do one of these exercises, you're rubbing these joints together, you're irritating it further. So again, sounds like a good idea on paper. It's making things worse. Okay, so bottom line, doing a bunch of crunches and strengthening your abs, or doing extensive low back exercises to strengthen your low back isn't always going to help you with low back pain. But we know that a strong, stable core is good for low back pain and to helping you prevent injury. So how could we stabilize our core, strengthen our core without endangering our backs, without putting us in positions that leave us vulnerable to further an injury that we may already have, or to start an injury? We're going to want to use exercises that don't require you to bend your spine, that keep your spine in a neutral position. I'm talking about exercises like plank exercises, side bridges. There's a good one called bird dog, or dead bug exercises. These are all things that you can look up on our website at cumberlandspine.com under our video section, or look them up on YouTube. There's plenty of people that do good instructional videos on how to do these exercises, and they will keep your spine in a neutral position that is safe while strengthening your core. So these things that we talked about today, if you are already struggling with low back pain, if you're hurting and you're trying to get out of it with that training, if you're trying to train to reduce your pain, then you've already done some damage to your back. And we've already kind of discussed the nature of not every exercise is right for every condition, and it's not always the easiest thing to diagnose. You may need some professional help. You might need our help. If you come in, we can analyze your problem, diagnose you with your specific condition that's causing you that low back pain, and then better advise you on how to fix that problem and get out of pain. If you like this video, please give it a like, If you know someone that could use to see it, please share it with them or tag them in the video. And if you have a question or comment, please leave it down below. We'd love to talk to you about it. This has been Dr. Moore with Cumberland Chiropractic and Sports Medicine, where we get you better, faster.